Now, the National Transport and Safety Authority has kicked off the retraining of drivers handling public service vehicles as part of the government's latest road safety measures aimed at curbing road carnage. And 8,000 PSV and 302 commercial vehicle driver license holders in the country will be heading back to training schools in a bid to put an end to the rampant road accidents witnessed in the recent past. The retraining will also include medical tests for those with conditions which may affect the driver's ability to drive.
Driver training is very important. The way a driver drives, that is what determines in most cases whether a vehicle gets a crash or not, to a large extent. NTSA, working with partners and number of stakeholders in the last 1 year or so, developed a new curriculum. Kenya, we've never had a standard curriculum to ensure that drivers are well conversant. So much so that you'll see that drivers coming from, say, driving school A is different from drivers coming from another driving school. So to standardize the way drivers are trained, what we came up with is a standardized curriculum for different categories, from the smaller vehicle, from even the motorcycle, all the way to the articulated vehicles. And we've categorized quite well. Depending on the class of the vehicle you'd want to drive, then that determines the content and the time upon which you're supposed to be trained. And the driving itself is divided into two. We have the theory part, which involves the classwork, and the practical part, which involves outdoor kind of activities. This is done, and we've even standardized the time for each of these activities, whereby we are saying that one activity, for example, takes 2 hours, and it is standard across board for a particular class or category of drivers. So this standardization, of course, is as per the international best practice to ensure that you have standardized training, and even testing is also standardized. Part and parcel of the exercise, which we are going to do today, is that we're also checking the driver's medical assessment. You may know that different medical condition predisposes drivers to different challenges as they drive. And some challenges, if they become so gross that they cannot be corrected, then we advise as a regulator that you cannot be licensed. But largely speaking, if you realize that you have probably, say, an eye condition or a ear condition which is correctable, then that needs to be first be identified it exists, and then two, it needs to be corrected so that subsequent you get this, the driving license to ferry people. So that's why we are here today. It's a very important exercise. It's the beginning of the implementation of the new curriculum so that we ensure. We have a number of schools which are going to offer this, technical colleges, including the one we are having here, and it's spread nationally. And we believe that in the next 3 months we should have drivers who are doing night travel, long distance, will be refreshed by use of the new curriculum.